Hey friends, welcome back to Lori's Boston Found, where thrifted is the new black. My name is Lori. I'm a full-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. I also have my own website, lorisbostonfound.com, if you want to check that out too. Welcome if you are new to my channel. I am so happy that you found me. If you're a returning friend, I'm so happy that you're here. I am super excited for today because guess what? I have a haul and I have a thrift with me. I got my 50% off coupon from Savers and I feel like I'm in a really good place with my inventory and I treated myself to a trip to Savers. So I have one piece because I scoped it out the day before the sale. I got one item that I'm going to share with you too actually. Then I went back to a different location. You will see in my thrift with me how I did. So let's go back a couple days and look at the thrift with me. I ended up passing on quite a few things that I maybe normally would have picked up, but given the fact that I just went through this entire month of purging and trying to move inventory, I was pretty selective. So one of the things I am going to focus on today is my why, like why I picked stuff up, why I left things behind. I'll do a little bit of a voiceover for some of the stuff I left behind at Savers, and then we'll get into the haul. So if that sounds good to you, give this video a thumbs up. If you're interested in subscribing to my channel, it would mean the world to me. You can hit the subscribe button and hit the bell if you would like to be notified when I release videos. All right, let's get into it. Okay, big day today. It's Savers 50% off sale and I'm going for it. It is Thriftless February. It is February 24th or 25th. So I'm not quite through the month, but I haven't been thrifting all month with the exception of yesterday. I went into a Savers and bought 2 items. So I am meeting a friend for breakfast, getting my hair done, my roots done, and then I'm going to Savers. It's like such a big day and it's going to be like 70 degrees in Boston. So I'm pretty pumped. So I had a great breakfast with my girlfriend Marguerite, and then I went to see my friend Kim, and she colored all my grays, and here I am. All right, no more grays. It's a good day. I had breakfast, and now my hair is done. I got to visit with my girlfriends, and now I am headed to not the Savers that I go to all the time. I'm going to one that's about 30 minutes from my house. Whatever I fill my cart with, I want to cut it in half. I really don't want to take home more than like 15 items tops. I mean, these items have to be spectacular in order for me to take them home. I mean, but it is a 50% off sale, so sometimes these sales get me where I buy things that I wouldn't normally get. I'm going to try to not do that. Given all the work that I've put in this month to try to get rid of my death pile and rid of things that don't inspire me. So we're going to see how it goes. Wish me luck. All right, so this is not my typical Savers, so if you're used to my thrift with me, this might look a little bit different. This particular one, the bags are right here on the left. I did not find any bags today. I just did like a quick peruse here. This store tends to have slightly higher end stuff, but I find that they also mark their stuff a little bit higher. But I noticed that things have leveled off between the Savers most recently. I saw these Coach boots marked $21, Uggs, they were really worn on the bottom. Trying to not buy too many boots because I have a lot in stock. These Sorels, $12.99, I left those behind. I left behind some really good stuff, but I have, I think, 2 or 3 pairs of Sorels in my closet right now that haven't sold. I thought that those looked interesting, but I didn't see the brand. I really went through these boots relatively quickly just because, I picked these up, but then when I looked at them further, they were not a good brand. I think they were called like Rampage or Renegade, something like that. I ended up putting those back, but I thought they were interesting. I'm more or less just trying to see where they're pricing stuff right now. And then I went over to the sweaters, another section that I'm being more selective with, but I'm a sucker for a good sweater, so I made sure that I stopped over. After going through so much of my inventory during Thriftless February, for those of you who aren't familiar, I do this thing called Thriftless February where I take the entire month of February off. Well, clearly I didn't take the entire month off because I went shopping here for my half price sale, but I also had COVID in January, so I have not been thrifting in a store for over 5 weeks. So this was my big trip out, and I'm actually just trying to fill in some gaps. So like I said, I passed on Sorel boots only because I have Sorel already in stock. If I didn't, I may have picked those up. I'm also trying to find some transitional pieces as we are heading into March. I have a ton of sweaters, a ton of coats. I will definitely still pick them up if it's the right brand or the right price. But in general, I'm looking to spring. And I have a haul coming up where I got a lot of spring stuff, but you'll see some of my decisions are based on just that. I pass on a couple things that may be great, but just not right for my closet. And I think you should keep that in mind when you're watching so many of these videos. You know, what is right for me might not be right for you. So take everything I say with a grain of salt and then just try to apply best practices to your own business. But I haven't found a sweater yet as I'm going through here, and I spent a fair amount of time showing you. There is so much you have to go through to find good stuff. I do like this Savers. I've noticed that at this particular Savers, the prices of their sweaters has come down a great deal. You'll see some of the pieces that I did decide to get. This was a Club Monaco sweater. You know what? I meant to go back and grab that. I'm a little annoyed I left that behind. See, I wasn't feeling super strong about it at the time. Club Monaco is one of those brands that I personally like, but it runs kind of hot and cold. I've had some really great sales with Club Monaco, and then I've had pieces that have sat forever, but I kind of wish I had picked that up for $4. Would you guys have passed on that or grabbed it? This is just a Michael Kors sweater. I was trying to see what the brand was on this. This is another sweater I think I meant to go back and look at. This is Lucky brand. They had it marked at $12.79, but for $6.40, that might have been a good pickup. I do like Lucky brand. It's cooled off a bit in my closet, and that was kind of a bulky sweater. Although I do get a super bulky. Here's another J. Crew. What is wrong with me? That was new with tag. Clearly I'm watching this video and you are getting my live reaction as I go through. That was a new with tag, navy blue J. Crew. And maybe I just felt like it was basic. This is Free People that I also passed on. This was super, super pilly. I didn't particularly love the style of that. So I hope that the stuff that I chose was worthy because I feel like I'm missing out on some stuff. This was $14. It's a Free People sweater, another piece that I did pass on. Geez, what do I actually grab here? I hope you're not disappointed with my haul. I come over here and I'm looking at these Lululemon leggings. These were Aloe, I'm sorry. These I ended up taking home with me. Those were in really great condition, but right next to them was this pair of Lulu. There was this interesting seam on the inside that I was kind of looking at, and you can see how they're almost a little grayish. They were very faded. They were only $3.99, but I left them, which they also looked like they were a low rise. I put them in my cart, but eventually put them back. I have found, and I think I explained this later in the video, that some Lululemon isn't worth the work, the sweater shaving and whatnot. I probably could have gotten $20 for those, but I left them behind. I've had less patience for leggings lately. Another category that I love to sell, but I have a lot in my closet, a lot to work with, and I have been working on relisting items. So in some cases, I think to myself, maybe I should just tweak a listing and relist it before I go out and buy new things. And that was kind of my thinking with my choices that I made here. Sometimes when I get bored looking through the clothing, I'll just take a little detour and look through housewares or hard goods, things that I don't always buy. And sometimes I find fun little treasures, or I'll find something that I want to give a chance, like maybe a category that I haven't worked on yet, or sold yet, I should say. And also, this is the men's department that I'm walking through. I like the hats. They priced their hats at $2.49, and so for half off, they were like $1.25. And so I do pick up a couple. Tempted to get some Celtic stuff because we still are in basketball season, but I think I'm looking towards spring, thinking more about baseball season than basketball right now. I did like that Nantucket hat. And I will pick up small accessories that are easy to photograph that are, $2 and under. because they're a quick flip, they're easy to store. I also am keeping in mind how much space these items will take up in my inventory. Now that I have a new system, that video will go live next week sometime. I thought this was maybe a band shirt, but I think it was like a fraternity sweatshirt. This was cute, this Red Sox hoodie, but it was really big and I just wasn't up for it. Thought about getting this Champion. I really liked that logo on it, but I think I found a stain on this. It was white, which I don't love to photograph, and then I saw some yellowing or a stain and I decided to leave it behind. How does Champion sell for you? I feel like it's a quick flip, but it's like a $20, $25 flip. I feel like Champion was a little bit hotter this time last year, and I feel like the brand has cooled off a little bit for me. This is Ivory Ella, another brand that I used to kind of get excited about, but I left this behind. I think I have an Ivory Ella shirt that has sat for a while. This was definitely interesting to me. I do grab this. I'll talk a little bit about this during the haul portion of the video. Generally speaking, I don't think that t-shirts are really my thing, but I do like to look through them on the off chance that I can grab one cheap, and half off days are great. I feel like oftentimes Savers will mark a lot of their t-shirts like $4.99, $5.99, but when I can get t-shirts for $1 or $2, I'll grab them. I went to the back of the store and the lighting was pretty good here, so I just found a nice place where I could go through stuff. This dress that I'm holding is probably my pick of the day. Can't wait to share that with you later. And this is where I inspect things, and once I decide I want them, I take them off the hanger. I always have an obnoxious amount of hangers off the side of my cart. Does that happen to you guys? This was a really pretty dress. The brand was called Prairie. And I loved the style of it, but I ran comps on it and it was okay. And I don't do great with dresses, so I really have to love a dress to pick it up. So the things that I'm putting on the side there and leaving on the hanger are things that I am likely not taking. So these are the Aloe Leggings. I'm losing my pile there. This is a North Face that I do decide to take home with me. This was a little pricey, so I was really looking it over, making sure there was no staining or tears. And this step right here that I'm doing now, going through stuff, I've really trained myself to take more time to go through things because I've just made so many mistakes that I get home. I still make mistakes, but I really do try to examine stuff. I find a part of the store that's quiet with good lighting, as good of lighting that the best lighting that I could get at Savers, and I go through stuff. The beauty of Savers is that they do accept returns. So if I do make a mistake, I can take it back, which is always reassuring when I'm on the fence about something. But I really did try to just take home things that I would be excited to photograph and list. I did take this sweater home. It's a brand that I typically get in jeans. Okay, this was one of those, did I make mistakes? I want your opinion on this. It's Lily Pulitzer, new tag, Lily Pulitzer. Really good condition, but Lily really sits for me for a really long time, and I decided to put that back. It was $8 or $9, so it would have only been $4 or $4.50. And again, I don't love photographing white. Maybe a little bit of a miss. That's a nice nautical looking sweater for summer. You'll see me hold up this vintage sweater, and I was pretty inspired by that. I don't know why, I just loved it, and many people would take the Lily Pulitzer over a vintage sweater, but on this day, I made the opposite decision. So sometimes it just depends on my mood or which way the wind is blowing that day. I was a little overwhelmed this day because I hadn't been thrifting in so long, so I was trying to take it all in. I ended up passing on this Cinchilla Patagonia for women in brown. They had it marked at $15.99 in this vintage Bogner snowsuit, mainly because of the season, and my Patagonia has been sitting for me lately, and I did ultimately put back that Lily. I make those hard decisions sometimes, but usually I try not to think about things too much, and I just move on. I ended up getting a lot of stuff, and then I head out to the car for my ride home. It's always so awesome to come out to the car and clean my hands and breathe a little bit. So that was good. Oh my gosh, it was nice to be back. I was there for 3 hours. I spent $90. Here's my slip. I spent $90.12 and I got 22 items. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna go home and we're gonna do a haul. I'm pretty excited about that. I wanna start off with a sale that I just made yesterday on the piece that I bought a couple days ago when I scoped out Savers. So I went to the Savers that was close to me a day before the sale started because I was kind of in the neighborhood. And I picked up one item, one child's item. It was a Janie and Jack like Irish knit cardigan sweater, new with tag. I don't know why I picked it up. I don't typically go over to the kids section, but I thought this was cute with St. Patrick's Day coming. So I'm just gonna pop a picture up here because I don't have it with me. But the other thing that I purchased was this amazing coat, and this is what sold yesterday on eBay. I'm gonna stand up and show it to you here. This is a vintage suede, no, actually it's leather. It's a vintage leather from the store, the Weather Vane. Does anybody remember Weather Vane from the 80s? It's a size medium. And the keyword that I used for this is Penny Lane. I posted this on my Instagram story. I did a quick reel for it the other day. My good friend Laura Von V, who we just interviewed last night on Thrifter's Villa, she's going to be in this upcoming week's episode, and I'm so excited that we had her. But in one of her videos, I heard her refer to this style jacket as Penny Lane. Kate Hudson played a character called Penny Lane in the movie Almost Famous, which is like one of my all-time favorite movies. And she wore a jacket like this. Hers was like, had a little bit more faux fur. It was a little bit more robust around the collar. But Laura was just saying how you can really flip these pretty quickly, how people are usually searching for that. So I decided to use the key term Penny Lane. I got a couple lowball offers right off the bat, but then I listed for $100 on eBay and Poshmark, and it was listed for 2 days, and I got an $80 offer yesterday on eBay. So I quickly accepted. This coat was $15. I had a 20% off coupon, so it cost me $13, but I was, no, $12. I was really tempted to wait and go back for the 50% off sale, but just given the comps that I saw when I looked really quickly, I felt really confident about paying the $12. Sometimes if it's a good piece, you just go for it, or I go for it. So I grabbed that, $80, quick sale, super excited about that. The rest of the stuff that I'm going to share with you, I'm keeping a few pieces. These earrings in particular, I'll kind of come in close to try to show you. I loved these earrings. They were about $1.50 on the half off sale. I'm a big chandelier earring girl, so I'm gonna hold on to these for a while. And then I have one other piece that I'm gonna share with you that I am keeping. All in, I spent $90. And I'm gonna show you what I got. The cool thing about today's haul is that because I am trying to be better about stuff, all this stuff will be listed by the time this goes live. Fingers crossed. Half of it's already listed and everything is photographed, so I just have to make a few go live later today. This was my big score of the day, or at least I hope it is. This is a brand that is new to me. The brand is called LK Bennett, and I'm gonna come in close so you can see. LK Bennett of London. This is 100% silk. I don't typically look at the dresses. One, because they don't sell great for me. Two, because my Savers really marks their dresses expensive. But I saw this dress and I recognized the name, and it was somewhere in my subconscious that I knew this was a good brand. And it's 100% silk. It's like brand new. So it was marked like $11.99 or something. So I paid about $6. But when I got home to run the comps on this dress, I was really excited. Not specifically on LK Bennett dresses in general, because what I found was that they were all over the map. Some were like $30 sales, some were $250 sales. This dress is on the current website on sale for $330. It's not like a Nordstrom rack piece or anything like that to my knowledge. This is legit, and the original price on this is $465. They have a few sizes still left online, but lucky for me, they are sold out of the size 8, which this is. So I listed this at $250. I have no idea. This may be something that sits forever and I end up selling for $50 and wish I had marked it lower from the start. But where I'm not familiar with this brand, it's a current style. I might even mark it to $230 to be like $100 under what the current price is on the website. So I'm really excited. Let me know if you have any luck with LK Bennett. Never found it before, never sold it before. So I'm curious to see how I do with that. This is another piece that I'm definitely keeping, and I decided to leave the price tag on to show you. The brand is Rachel Zoe, and I've had some pretty decent luck with her stuff. She has a line that I find frequently at TJ Maxx. But this is a wool blend, camel color, just like single button long coat. And this is just such a classic style. It was in a size large. It was priced at just $7.99, so this coat cost $4. I don't do well with like super bulky coats, and to be quite honest, 90% of the time I'm in my beat up North Face black vest, and I wear it everywhere. And sometimes I just want to look nice without putting on like a fancy coat or anything, and this with some boots is just so cute with jeans. Just a very classic style that I think I will have for a very long time. The only downside is when I button it, it really like accents my hips. Doesn't look super flattering on me when I button it. You know, maybe if I lost like 10 pounds, it would be perfect. But anyways, I just thought this was so classic, and I was really excited to have that. So I'm gonna hold on to that. I got these Free People We the Free jeans. I'm gonna tell you why. They're size 28, so a pretty decent size. They are a super high rise, which I thought was great. And they also have the raw hem on the bottom. They look like, you know how on Free People, this tag sometimes, I'm gonna show you the tag, just in case you're not familiar. But oftentimes, once this goes through the wash a few times, this gets super wrinkled so that it like almost caves in on itself. These looked like they have never been washed, or maybe worn once or twice, or just really well cared for. And sometimes jeans with a lot of stretch looks just so beat up. So I grabbed these, and the bonus is that they were $4.79 plus half off, so $2.40. I'm pretty confident with this style I can get somewhere between $25 and $30 pretty easily for these. Really great. I'm still picking up skinny jeans. I think they're a great classic style. I love that they were high-waisted in a good size and a good price. So for all those reasons, I picked those up. Oh, it's just so nice to be back thrifting. It's great. All right, so Madewell is a brand that I'm definitely getting more selective with. I was very much drawn, as you can see so far, to neutral colors. I know it's spring and bright colors are fun for spring and summer, but I am still a super neutral person. I guess it was just the mood I was in, because I noticed the palette here is very neutral. And it's funny, sometimes when you go thrifting, you'll come home and you'll see some sort of a unplanned theme. I don't know if that happens to you. But anyways, this is just a very basic drop shoulder, oversized, comfy cotton sweater. There is no tag. Usually I look on the bottom here and it's been cut out, but I usually look to see what year it's from. I don't think this is a super current tag, but it's okay because this was $3.99 and then half off. So I only paid $2 for this sweater. And I think this would be great for somebody to bundle. I think it would be great alone. I think it would fit somebody who is a size medium or even like a smaller size large. I think I have this listed at $32, and that way if I offer 20% off with discounted shipping, which I often do once I get a collection of likes on a piece on Poshmark, I'll send offers out for $25 with discounted shipping, and it'd be like a $30 purchase for someone. So really excited about that. I'm not trying to be long-winded. I just want to tell you why I'm picking stuff up, because I put back so many items. This I picked up because it was $1.99. Fenway Park, home to my beloved Boston Red Sox, they do concerts every once in a while. One of my biggest regrets in life to date is that Dave Matthews was playing at Fenway Park on my birthday, but I was like really in the trenches with kids and I decided not to go. Dave Matthews and the Boston Red Sox are just two things that I have loved for so long. I feel like since I got into reselling, I'm listening to Dave a little bit less, and I haven't been to a Red Sox game in a really long time, but there was a point in my life where I was obsessed with the Red Sox and with Dave Matthews, and I missed that concert. It's one of my very few regrets in life. This was not Dave Matthews. This was Phish at Fenway Park. So the Phish concert was there in 2019, July 5th and 6th, 2019. They always do their series in July, I'm a July baby. So this is just really cute. It's like a bunch of gloves. This was $1.99. So it's actually a band tee, but you know, you wouldn't necessarily pick up on it if you were just flipping through quickly. So I grabbed that. I have it listed for $32 or $35. I'll take offers. It was $1.99, half off. I paid $1 for that t-shirt. So I was pumped about that because I love, as you know, I love having like local New England, Boston stuff in my closet. I picked up 2 vintage pieces besides the Penny Lane leather coat, and this was one of them. I went back and forth on this, and then right as I was leaving, I ran the comps, and the comps were pretty promising. I just thought this was a really beautiful, unique sweater. The brand is Umi Collections by Anne Crimmins, and you know, sometimes I debate whether to list things as vintage or list by brand, and this is one of the pieces that you could list by brand because there were definitely a lot listed that had some really decent comps. As with most vintage, things are all over the place, but I feel pretty confident that I can get about $30 for this. I listed it at $45. It just has some really beautiful detailing on the buttons. There are these like little pearl buttons and all of this embroidered detail, and this is just like a pattern in back. I just thought it was super cool. Also, it's got buttons on the back here. This I think was marked like $6.49, so I paid $3.25 for it. I always love to pick up a couple vintage pieces when I'm out shopping if I find ones that kind of speak to me and test them out. I have decent luck selling vintage and I enjoy it. So for that reason, this was a yes. And I love the color. I love that it's kind of like a blush and taupe. Again, staying with my neutrals. Like this would look super cute with like a modern pair of jeans and boots. And you can also like unbutton it. You could wear a tank top or t-shirt underneath or something. I just think it's a really cute, versatile piece. And it's 80% acrylic, 20% nylon, made in Hong Kong. So as mentioned earlier, if anybody's interested in any of these pieces, they are all live in my Poshmark closet. I do list everything pretty much on Poshmark, but I've been drafting everything in Vendoo, so it's like that's my home base. And then I'll blast it out to Poshmark. Certain pieces I might do across all 3 platforms, but I usually start with Poshmark because that's pretty simple. I need to fill in a lot of fields on my eBay listings, so I've been a little bit more selective about what I've been putting over there recently. But still, you'll definitely find everything on Poshmark. If you would prefer to purchase on eBay, let me know. I was pretty excited about this. This is a North Face navy blue quilted mid-length jacket. This is in beautiful condition. The tag actually says that it's from 2015, but it's gorgeous. Like someone took really good care of it. It's a size medium. I have this listed for $125. They had this priced at $29.99, so I did pay $15 for this. But even if it sells around $85, $75, which I'm pretty confident it could, that's a really good return. And North Face has been showing up lately. They really have. I was a little hesitant about the listing because I always try to find a style on something, and I just looked really quickly on this one. But the style, and if you're like good with North Face, let me know. But the style name that I used, I just listed this yesterday. My title is as follows. I wrote the North Face diamond quilted mid-length jacket. That's what I put in my title. But then in my description, I said, I believe this is the 2015 version of the thermoball style jacket. So sometimes when I'm unsure, I'll still put it in my description, but then also say like, I think, like, so it's not definite, and then someone gets this and it's a slightly different style and they're unhappy. So I reference that in case somebody's looking specifically for that style. Anyways, this was a great pickup. The other thing that I love about this coat is it's not like crazy winter. I felt like this was a beautiful transition piece. This would take you clear into April. It's not that heavy. A couple pairs of shoes, since they're right in front of me, I'll share with you. This one does have the damage. Okay, these are Eileen Fisher shoes. The only reason I picked these up was because they were marked like $4.50. I have these shoes, new with tag, I believe, listed in my closet for like $80 or $90. These did have some damage on the back of the heel. If these were not $2.50 or $2.25, I probably would not have bought them, like even if they were $6 or $7. But I feel like I could price these at around $30, $35, over half of what the other ones are listed for. They're a size 9.5. And if somebody doesn't mind the little bit of damage on the back of the heel, they could pick up a really nice quality pair of Eileen Fisher shoes for about $25, $30. So I'm gonna test the waters on this. There's a little bit of water damage here. This wasn't like the greatest pickup, but sometimes I can be a sucker for Eileen. I'm about 50-50 with her shoes. Sometimes I get a really great return on her shoes, but I am starting to move things over to eBay, and eBay and Eileen Fisher have been pretty fire for me lately, but in the sweater category, not necessarily in the shoes. But I don't know, would you have left these behind or picked them up? The other shoe actually has the more damage on the back, so these aren't so bad. These shoes, I don't know why I picked these up. I recently grabbed a pair of Merrells at the bins, and they sold super quick for like $28 or $30. These though were marked $10 and I paid $5. I think I was really avoiding a lot of ankle boots and winter boots because I have so many in my current inventory that I was really trying to think a little bit about spring. So those Eileen Fisher shoes were open toe. I think those are a great spring fall shoe. These are just super lightweight Merrells. They were in excellent condition. So I did pay $5 for these, but the comps on these weren't fantastic. So I don't think this was the best purchase, but I do like these. They're kind of cute, and they're an 8.5. They're my size. Maybe I'll try these on and see if I like them because they're lightweight and cute. Probably list these around $35. I made a little adjustment because the light's coming in. I'm trying to adjust to being on this side of the room. I feel like I have more space to get up and show you pieces than when I'm stuck behind my desk. But then I compete with like who's walking in back of me, the dogs coming in and out of the room, the sun coming in. The sun's always an issue, so I'm gonna go fast. All right, this I left the tag on because I don't know if this was the best purchase. I love this piece. It's J. Crew with the cursive label, so it's the newer label. I left the tag on it because it was $11.99. My savers, most savers, love to mark up J. Crew, Banana Republic, Loft. It's $12 absurd for this sweater. However, I'm a sucker for animal print. It was the newest tag. It was half off, so I paid $6. It's 100% merino wool. It's a current style, so for all those reasons, and I looked and comps were everywhere. I saw a couple pieces that had sold in the $40 range and some that sold in the $20. So I said, well, if I pay $6 and I list it for $40 and it sells around $30, then I would be happy with that because I do like this piece. The one downside, there's no size tag. So if I had looked more closely at the store, I may have left it behind when I realized that the size tag wasn't included. It looks to be about a medium or a large. So in that case, I will just list the measurements and go from there. That was debatable. All right, I was excited about this piece, and I've had a little bit of a rocky road with this brand. Oh, now I'm seeing a little stain. Oh, I don't know. All right, so once before I picked up vintage Victoria's Secret Country line. They have a line called Country, and I don't know if it's from the 80s or 90s or what, but I bought one piece and it sold fast and it sold for a decent amount of money and I was thrilled. And shortly after that first piece sold, and I'm going back like a year or two, I picked up another Victoria's Secret Country line outfit, and it was like in this evergreen velvet, and it was two-piece. The second thing that I got was that set was a little bit more grandma looking, but that ended up being a By Felicia piece that was in my inventory forever. For those of you who are new, I refer to pieces that have been in my inventory for a long time. Like when I finally sell it, I just say By Felicia because, oh my gosh, when stuff is just around for so long, you know that feeling, you're just dying to get rid of it. The velvet outfit ended up selling, I think, for $19, and it was so nice, but it was a By Felicia in the end. This is that same Country line, but I thought this was adorable. So it's a nightgown. It's kind of like cottagecore, just cute and adorable, but the lace is separated. This was also marked $10, so I paid $5 for this. But I loved it. And it's also a large, so worst case, I could always keep it. It has like pleating in the front. I'm gonna come in just to show you the label for Victoria's Secret Country. So there's the label. It is a size large. So this was part of the problem, that this piece right here was separated, which I would definitely note. I don't know that I would actually fix that myself. I'm probably gonna list this around $35 and see how it does. It's got a high-low hem. I think it's really cute. I need to look at comps on that. That's one that I haven't listed yet. My pile's getting big over here, hold up. All right, this sweater I was pleasantly surprised by. The brand on this is Current Elliott. It's one of those many brands that has a super high retail that doesn't resell for much, but this sweater is doing really well. This is a size small. It looks like a newer piece. I found stock photos and comps. The comps on this are really good. Somebody had sold one of these new with tag for $75. It looks like it probably just recently sold out online, so it's probably just a season behind. I think I have this listed around $50, maybe 50 or 60, I'm not sure, but I was excited to see that the comps were so good, and I think this was priced at $8.99. Would not have bought it for $9, but for $4.50 I picked it up. It's cute. So I'm tapping the brakes a little bit on sweaters because I have a lot in stock, but I just love sweaters, and usually the return on sweaters is pretty decent. So I'm hoping to get around $40 for that sweater. I did not buy a lot of shoes because when you see my inventory video that I'm putting out next week, shoes are a problem for me. They're great, they sell well, but I have so many and they are really like, space-wise, they're hard to contain. I probably have like 200 pairs of shoes in my inventory. These I couldn't pass up though. These are brand new with tag, Chuck Taylors, Guys, black, Converse All-Star. I always sell Converse, I always sell Vans. The price will range based on the condition, but new with tag, Guys, black, classic. Tags are, oh, are you kidding me? That is so frustrating. The tag is off. It must have been in one of the loops here, but anyways, these were marked $20.99, so I paid $10.50 for these. I would not have paid $20, but for $10, I think I have them priced at $50, brand new, and you know, even if I double my money, I'll be happy, but they'll probably sell around $35, $40. These are just quickies. These were after the hat, they were $2.50, so I paid $1.25 for each. I thought this was cute. I like selling baseball hats, especially for summertime. This is Hollister, and it just says California. It has a California patch. I thought that patch was really cool. And then I grabbed this Nantucket hat, which is very tight right now. The brand is Kate Lord, which I'd never heard of, but I think I have this priced at $22 and this at $22 as well. I'm hoping these sell somewhere other than Poshmark because I hate that it's $7 to ship a baseball hat. But I do sell a decent amount of baseball hats, and like Vineyard Vines hats or like Polo Ralph Lauren or Adidas or whatever, but they're usually around $15. So for $1.25, hats are also just such a quick listing. When I'm trying to reach listing goals in a day, I know that if I can go down there, it'll take me like 3 minutes to photograph 2 hats, and I can post those super quick. No measurements needed. So it's kind of like a nice filler piece to have. Oh, you saw me in the store pass on those Lululemon leggings. I have just kind of reached a point with certain Lululemon pieces. If they're too far gone, I've just learned to leave them behind. The market is super saturated. Even though Lululemon is one of my best-selling items, those were small. They were a lower waist. The Lululemon symbol was super cracked, which doesn't always bother me, but I just felt like those were well-loved leggings, and they were only $3.99. I don't know. I could have picked them up for $2 and sold them for about $20 or $24, but that wasn't like the return I was looking for, and I would have ended up having to like sweater shave between the legs. It wasn't worth it. But right next to those, probably from the same person, were these Aloe leggings, and these are really nice. They have like the sheer mesh part right here. The Aloe symbol looked like brand new, so these were in really excellent condition. Aloe leggings, maybe because they're cropped, I'll list them around $45, but those were also $2, so that was a great return. My friend's gonna be here soon to go back to Savers, so I have to hurry. All right, this is a Prana, just an extra large Prana little wrap sweater in like this oatmeal color. Again, very neutral, very easy. I love selling Prana. This I think was, I don't know, I'm gonna say $6 or $7 and then half off. So I didn't pay more than $4. At the very most it was $8 and I paid $4, but I think it was like $3.99. I'm excited to list that. I'll probably list that for about $30. This was a good pickup, but very bulky, and I had to lint roll this forever. Garnet Hill is a brand that I really do like to sell. I'm getting a little fussy about what I'll pick up from them. This looks like a more current piece. It's navy blue, which I love for spring. This is a duster sweater, chunky knit, wool blend. It's got a tiny bit of alpaca in there, but look at this. It is very long. This goes down to my calves when it's on. It's a super long sweater. I have this listed for $75. There's no doubt that this is a super high value sweater because it's a wool blend and it has alpaca in it. Acrylic, wool, viscose, and alpaca. That's the blend on this. Just an open cardigan, navy blue. Hoping to sell that between like 50 and 60 if I'm lucky, but 40 and 50, I'd be happy with that too. That was marked like $3.99. I think I paid $2 for that. I have my spreadsheet of what exactly I paid for. The only thing I really paid up for, I think, was that North Face jacket. And then obviously the Penny Lane coat from the day before. This is Banana Republic. I rarely pick up Banana Republic, but I was out shopping at the mall recently and tie-dye is still freaking everywhere. It's everywhere. And I love that this was neutral tie-dye. It wasn't bright pink or bright yellow. I loved that this was like a tannish tie-dye. Also had these dolman sleeves. It was cropped. It was a newer style, and it was $4 because they kind of priced their banana high. So this was $8 in the store. I would not have paid $8 for this, but I picked it up for $4. This is not going to be a huge return, but I loved the style of this, and I loved that it was like the neutral tie-dye. If this were my size, I would have definitely kept it. I love me a good sweatshirt. It's a little bit cropped. I think I have this priced at 30, maybe 32. I don't know. Really cute though, isn't it? I love it. All right, and then the last thing that I'm going to share with you, and I think this is going to go into my Boston collection because I sold like a chunky gold necklace over there before and it sold really fast and for pretty decent money. I've been trying to get like a lot of gold chunky statement piece things as far as jewelry goes. I've been making it a point to go over to the jewelry section. Since I sold that No Sleep Till Brooklyn Kate Spade bracelet for $100, I've been peeking over into jewelry. I hesitate to sell a lot of jewelry on Poshmark because of the shipping cost, but now that I'm over on eBay and Mercari, I can introduce jewelry over there and have better luck. So this is really cute. Can't really see a brand on it, but I haven't looked that hard. I just pulled this piece out today. Whenever I go thrifting, I put the jewelry in my purse and then I go do a haul and I have everything and then I count numbers. I'm like, what is missing? And it's always the jewelry. So I had to go into my purse, into my bag today and grab my earrings and this necklace. I think this was $3.99, so for $2 I can list it for about between $20 and $25 and see how it does. I have my little Thrifted is the New Black, which this is like a teeny tiny coffee cup. Like I need a big coffee cup, but this is super cute. I am selling merch now. If you want something that says Thrifted is the New Black, I do have some like a link in the bar below. You can go to Teespring. That is where I design the stuff and you can grab some merch if you like it. I love the hoodie. I have it in black. I'm gonna order it in gray or in cranberry. I got the mug and I think that's all I got so far. I thought I ordered a face mask too for myself, but it hasn't come in yet. But these are really cute. It's just a very simple design. Thrifted is the New Black. If you're interested, you can click it below. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to my first haul in a very long time. It was so much fun to do a haul and I'm going to go shopping now again. My assistant is coming today, so all these things should be listed by tonight. I'm going to try to get this out tonight and it's Friday the 26th. I don't ever release videos on Friday, but I thought this would be fun since it was a haul to get this up. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up on your way out. Hit subscribe if you want to see more from me and I will be back real soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and next week's going to be a big update on everything. I'm going to do my Thriftless February recap. I'm going to talk about numbers, going to do what's sold, and then probably the end of next week will be my big inventory reveal. All right, everybody, see you soon. Bye.